All right, what's up, YouTube? My name is Larry, and I'm coming back at y'all with another video. And basically, this is an informational video. If you're new to the channel, I do gun content. And basically, when I say gun content, it'd be guns that I plan on buying, gun collections, gun videos, shoot 'em up, bang bangs, and things like that. So if you like that type of content, press the subscribe button. It's time we'll tell. We might do another giveaway sometime soon because the other two, the first one went to shit. Second one went good, winner never claimed his prize. Third one, I haven't did a third one yet, but I do got something in mind as the last video got dropped. But besides that, we're gonna jump straight into this video. As y'all can tell by the title of the video, title and the thumbnail of the video, we're gonna be talking about things that you shouldn't do when you go to gun stores or gun ranges, because there's a lot of things that go unnoticed at the gun store and gun ranges, or just gun stuff in general, to the point where it could either lead to somebody getting hurt, lead to somebody getting arrested, or lead to some other stuff that just require you to spend a lot of money. So this video, these are things that you should not do inside the gun range or gun stores. And we're gonna jump straight into the video. All right, so thing number 1 and 2 is we gonna just include it as one. So one thing that you shouldn't do when you go to the gun range or gun store, because gun ranges sell guns and gun stores sell guns, ammo, and things like that, is this. Try your best not to be on FaceTime when walking and looking at firearms, because some salesmen may think that you're looking for firearms for other people versus yourself. Now, look, I get it. Sometimes you just be in the midst of a moment on the phone and things like that, and you just explain it to people that, oh, I'm looking at this 1980s Gen 6. Oh, I'm looking at this SIG P320. Oh, I'm looking at this ARP, and you end up showing the person. Mind you, the salesman do have the right to refuse your sale once you show someone else that gun, because they are not 100% sure if you're buying the firearm for yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, it'd be different if it was just, oh, my bad, I'm buying a firearm for myself. You don't want to clarify that. Well, you do need to clarify, because it is against a lot of our firearms for other people, unless it's a gift in the state of Texas. But that's that. Also, in person. So I was gonna include this as one, but FaceTime and in person it is two different things. But at the same time, in person it can be taken as the same thing, because if Ray could buy guns and Pookie could buy guns, they both walk in a gun store and Pookie be like, nah, you don't need to get this one. You need to get this one. The salesman for the firearms don't know if you are buying it for yourself or if you're buying it for the other person. So they do have the right to refuse sales of firearms. So if you do buy a firearm, do not be in there trying to be buddy with the person that you with, because it may look like you're buying it by yourself. All right, just go along all the time unless you're going to the range. Go along or go with people that you know that could purchase firearms themselves, all right, and don't have no problems. Or just go with people or have your whole team around you get y'all license to carry, because realistically, if they assume that you're buying it for somebody else, all you got to do, all of y'all collectively, just whoop out y'all license to carry as if they were some Power Ranger cards. Do they even make Power Ranger cards? Never mind. So 2, I witnessed this at a gun store, and also it's something at a gun range. This is 2 different settings, but it's gonna be included in one. So at the gun store, basically a lot of people be trying to describe their weapon to the salesman and things like that. One thing you want to do is don't pull your gun out inside the gun store, because a lot of people, other people, they always end up pulling their guns out, and the first thing they want to do is just point it at the person. Now, mind you, realistically, they have flight or fight mode, which reality, they gonna go to fight mode all the way. Don't pull your gun out of its holster. Don't pull your gun out. Just describe it. If you happen to see it in the gun store, I always do this. If I'm describing my weapon to somebody and they say they need to see it, me being me, I don't like people touching me. But for your safety and my safety, me knowing that you're the worker and I'm the customer, I will let the person de-arm me and basically take the bullet out the chamber. That way they feel safe and it don't cause no chaos within the shop. Now, some people may say it's stupid, but other people may be like, yeah, you care about your life a lot. Because I want to walk in the store the same way. I want to walk out the store the same way I walk in the store. Not on the hospital gurney. So That's the gun store, the gun range. I do go to a gun range a lot. I need to start recording more often when I do go. But one thing that I noticed when it's time, the morning time, a lot of older people be shooting in the gun range. And sometimes I be having conversations with them. And me personally, from all the situations that I done seen, I've been through, I be having PTSD when it comes to some people turning around. The range is this way, but they turn around and had their gun pointed at you like this when you're standing against the back wall. And don't get me wrong, I understand it's a accidental thing, but a lot of people don't think about it until after the situation. So the gun range that I do go to, they have made the news a lot as far as people pointing guns at people's heads just to take a picture, people getting robbed, leaving the gun range. I probably should switch gun ranges, but we ready for it. So that's 2. All right, so let's jump into rule number 3. So 3, remember all your firearm safety rules. And a lot of people may be like, firearm safety rules is very important, but the thing you got to understand with this whole situation, this whole video, common sense isn't common. So remember your firearm safety rules. When it comes to you looking at firearms that you potentially want to purchase, do not point them at the salesman. Remember, and do not point your guns at anything that you don't intend to destroy. That's the same thing when it comes to being at the gun range. As far as rule number 2, when you turn around, make sure your gun is still pointed downrange and not against the back wall. Because realistically, like I said, they say CP320s go off by themselves. Luckily, I ain't had that problem yet. That's the only reason I bought one. But I ain't had that problem yet. But realistically, all right, let me turn it this way in case it do. But realistically, you don't know what the person's intent is once they turn around and point that gun your way. So that's the most important rule that I feel like. Number 3, and the last rule is kind of important to me because you in the gun store, you in the gun range. So number 4, I feel like this is the most important rule to me just because you in the gun store, you in the gun range. It don't make no sense to get in an argument in the middle of a gun store, a gun range, when everybody around you are carrying guns. They don't know if you are a threat or if you just a calm person. They don't know if this how you talk, and they don't know if you really looking for problems. Little behold, you be one of them people, I say people, one of them people that like to make threats when you yelling and you surrounded by people with guns. Do not yell in the gun store. The gun store is probably supposed to be the most quietest places in the world, but nobody understands that. If you at a gun range, all you supposed to hear is little chatter, the gunshots going on in the range, and that's it, the conversation that you having. But do not argue in no gun range, no gun store, because if you make threats and you start seeing salesmen looking at you, random customers looking at you, 9 times out of 10, they are alert and they are waiting for you to do something stupid. It's a gun store. It's a whole bunch of people that like guns. Some of them waiting for that moment to the point where they can show theirs. But at the same time, if they know this is the threat right here, if they know this drill is yelling and threatening everybody, their attention gonna be on that drill. If that drill start going off and say, I'm a XYZ you, this, that, and the third, everybody is going to be on the fence and try to get you out the scene, out the situation. That way the situation could just calm down. So don't yell in the gun range. Be careful where you pull your gun out at. Be careful where you point it. And also, don't be trying to buy guns for other people. If you know for sure that person can't buy a firearm themselves. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Right now, we on the road to 10K. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there, but hopefully we get there soon. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all in the next video.